NichBoy and welcome to the Pocket Talk Through topic for Wednesday, the 31st of August. I keep getting the date wrong.
It's the last day of winter.
Is it?
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know winter. Didn't even realize we're in winter.
What are seasons?
Who the hell knows what's going on at all? I'm joined, of course, by Hex. Welcome. Because I feel like you and I just don't spend enough time together recently.
I know.
And our talk through comes in from TheFuzzyBarbarian. First of all, love the name. The talk through topic is, what is your most hated video game design trend of this century? I think I'm gonna be a little lenient on the century, because I feel like we've still got a lot of holdovers from the last century of video games. But can you kick us off? What's some shit you really hate in games?
Probably the most frustrating one, and this is, I understand that it's kind of a necessary cover given the previous hardware constraints. But slow walking to cover loading is probably my number one. Especially when they go like this and they have to like, in the Arkham games, it's in a lot of games where someone's talking to someone on a walkie-talkie and you are trying to walk fast and you can't, you're going left and right and they're just getting some information delivered while the next area loads.
To be fair, and I agree, horrible. But could we argue it's so true to life? Because if my girlfriend and I are walking somewhere and she starts texting, like I'm just talking and then at some point I look and I realize she's actually like 6 steps behind me because she's slowed down to text. Like, could it just be that Batman can't multitask? He can fight or he can like talk to
I'm a bit like that, like if I'm walking to the car and I have to find my keys,
Yeah.
I will stop in the middle of the car park to look for them because I can't walk and look for my keys at the same time.
Yeah, well.
Or if I'm telling a really exciting story, I have to stop.
Everyone stop. Everyone stop and listen to me. They've also evolved that a bit because it's gone from the slow walking. Uncharted 4 had very slowly opening doors with Sam.
Oh yeah,
like
when you
Sam
have to
would,
mash a button
and
to
Sam
open a
would
door.
run up and help. But I like that was, there is a bit of effort to hide it of going, this door's too heavy for Drake to open.
Yeah.
Get Drake the senior in.
But they also put in a lot of conversation and casualization of all that kind of stuff where he'd be like, can you help me out with this? Yeah, man, what, you can't do it yourself? Like they would kind of have these moments that made it feel more natural rather than just like, press the button and then it's open.
And No Man's Sky as well with you take off into space or you warp. And at first I was like, this is so cool because it really feels like I'm getting somewhere because it's taking a bit of time. And then
everything is
like,
just procedurally generating. Going, oh, go,
yeah,
go,
like just keep your head. But then at some point you go, oh no, wait, it's loading. And then it's like, oh, this is just a loading screen now. Like it's stopped being magical. It's now just shit.
Yeah.
Something I hate that's kind of the same actually. Characters who walk slower than you do. So NPCs. I was just playing through the new WoW content, and there's a part where I need to be with Bronzebeard and just a bunch of dwarves, and I'm walking ahead, and they're trying to talk to me, and my just natural run speed, they're not keeping up with me, and it's like, why would you ever assume? And then you need to role play by like walking slowly as a character.
Yeah, that's the worst.
No, I don't walk anywhere. I sprint everywhere I go. I sprint.
Yeah, you want that. The NPC should be keeping pace with whatever pace you want to do. Which
Exactly.
is often really hilarious if you go like switch between walking and running and walking and running, and they're trying to tell you something.
Yeah, they're
serious.
doing that, and they go.
And they're like, our whole village has been decimated.
Yeah, exactly.
We need your help.
Or they're doing the thing where it's like, run, stop, turn, and then this is like a really sad story.
Yeah.
But they're doing interpretive dance.
I like it. I remember I was talking to one of the devs from The Last of Us, and I said, "Look,
gloating.
Yeah.
Just
we're having casual chat." And I said, one of my favorite parts of the game was that the detail that you put into those moments, like when you first discover that area, at the river.
Yeah.
There's that kind of river section, and then you go into the kind of hideout.
Yep.
And I was like, that whole beautiful part where it's kind of panning across people working and you're having that conversation. I was like, that was such a beautiful moment. He's like, yeah, it was all to cover loading. And I was like,
oh no, the magic!
But it was so incredible because I was like, I had no idea. You usually pick those things up so quickly because they're so obvious, but they did such a great job of covering that in this beautiful way. And that was a kind of a slow walking moment, but I didn't realize because the conversation was so natural and they were showing you so much about the new area.
Yeah.
And it felt like a real walk and talk of like, welcome to this place.
Yeah. So just more magical reveals.
And there was a little dog that you could like pat and people that you could interact with.
Please, put a dog in.
Yeah.
Dog in everything. I hate when things have, they try to be realistic, but then but then they're not actually achieving that in the first place. So the biggest one for me, I'm playing at the moment the Fallout DLC, and the weight limits with the characters, where it's like, you can carry 300 pounds worth of stuff, but not a pound more.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Like you pick up a small weed and it's like, that's too much.
That's too much. No, like, not only can you not run with this, you are unable to fast travel, which to me, fast traveling in that world is not teleporting. It's like hopping on a motorbike and driving somewhere. So it's like, it's too heavy for the motorbike. Just get rid of, it either needs to be, I have a backpack and I can fit 6 things in it, or just I can carry everything.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's so artificial.
Yeah.
It's just designed for me to drop, to invest in the stupid fake economy you've built. I hate you.
It's hard because obviously, you know, inventory management is a necessary part of game design, and everything has to have a weight. And I don't really know what you know the solution is.
Mary Poppins bag. That is the solution. Just everything goes in that, and it's totally fine.
I think probably the other thing that I really hated was that kind of God of War era boss fight trope where there were these huge kind of godlike bosses that you had to just attack the feet and the hands of because they were so big, and you just had to go like fighting, and like, you know, you'd be like attacking the hands and they'd be like, ow,
yeah,
and then their hand back down,
so true.
and then you'd attack their fingers again and they'd be like, oh no, that really sucks, and then eventually you'd attack their hands so much that they'd be like, Argh! And then you could go into a quick time event
where you like lash onto the finger and
every boss fight was the same.
That's so true, and that if you think about it, like the scale is, they really just got a splinter, and splinters are annoying, but if I'm in the middle of a fight, splinters are the very least concern. It's still happening. Playing Dark Souls 3, there's a part in that where there's these 2 big giants, and up until this point I've been really impressed by all the boss fights in the game, and they're really dynamic and stuff. And then there's these two big giants whose feet I'm just poking at their feet with the little sword. It kind of breaks the magic.
That's why games like Dragon's Dogma, obviously the monsters in that weren't quite as big as like huge towering Greek gods, but you could climb up on them and you had to physically jump and climb up their backs, and then you'd like have at their like head, and then be like trying to shake
and
you
that
off
makes
and
sense.
Yeah, and it was this full like scale 3D battle. It was so cool.
Yeah, more of that, please. We're gonna end it on one actually from our very own Peter Burns. Who he was talking about this just 2 days ago. Came in and he was frustrated with a set of other Fallout DLC, the Far Harbor stuff. And I won't give any spoilers, but basically he got to the end of it and he wanted to set up a situation where he had he needed to make a choice about who to kill, and he wanted to kill this person, but he also wanted to like get rid of this person so that they weren't in control of this faction anymore, and probably that would involve killing them as well.
Right.
Because he was just like, I don't like that person. And then could not do it because they're unkillable story characters. And that happens a lot in Bethesda games where you go, you are probably the most annoying character I've ever met in a video game, and I can murder everybody, but you are just untouchable, and I can like stab you and you'll just fall to the ground, but you'll just live on the ground for the rest of your life.
I'm pretty sure like Barjo played a Fallout DLC. It might have been New Vegas. At one point, and he killed one of the main quest givers and just kind of like cut off half the game for himself.
See, that
you should be able to do that.
That should be that. I say that, but I know that if I did that, I would then immediately get on Twitter and go, Fallout shit! I should have just like wrecked half the game for me. So maybe that one's a little iffy. Maybe you need to be better at games like Pete. Well, thank you very much for joining me. What are your guys' most hated game design choices of the last century, or possibly the century before us? Let us know in the comments. Feed the rage. We're excited about the rage. All right, until we next talk through things, my Pocketeers, NichBoy out.
Hex out.
You're so unconfident.
It's just because it's weird, but I always want to do what you do because you're so confident in it, and then I'm like, this isn't something that I do. Mwah.
People are way more excited about you blowing kisses than I am. People are reporting me blowing kisses.
Yeah.
They're like, a strange man kissed me on the internet.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Next up, and Sony's flagship racer Gran Turismo has been delayed. Thought I was going to say cancelled. You all flipped. All 3 of you who still play Gran Turismo.